Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Wilson III. I'm an artist out of the Bronx in Newburgh, New York. This is my new single, Me and Me, and I'm going to walk y'all through the process. Let's go.
Let's go, boy. Yep. This the one.
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead, bro. Drop that. Alright, so when I'm making music, usually I sit in my car, I'll be busting some instrumentals down, whatever. Somebody send me a beat, I got a new engineer, new producer that sends me a beat, so I'll go through them, make sure I maybe narrow it down to about 20, and narrow it down again to maybe like 5, then I just start writing it to them. I smoke, a little bit, light a couple of joints, and just start creating. As soon as I catch a flow, usually I freestyle a little bit to them to try to catch the flow first. Then once I catch the flow, maybe I'll say something in a freestyle that'll be tough, and then I'll be like, all right, we're gonna build off of that. And after that, usually call Dave up within the next day or so, and I'm here. I'm in the studio, ready to work, ready to drop it. You know what I'm saying? And then I was just gonna have that, and then in the background, split it in half, and then one side that's pulling me is I don't know, all the good things in life, and one side that's pulling me is all the bad things in my life.
How you're gonna visualize the good and the bad?
That's the hardest.
Figure out what that is.
Having a good engineer to work with that you guys have a good chemistry is extremely important. I've been to a couple studios where, maybe you just don't have that relationship with the engineer, and it just shows really, really much on the project and on the song. Maybe you guys aren't going to communicate as well because, you guys just don't really know each other that well, and you don't want to step on each other's toes, or you might be anxious to maybe not show that other person up or something like that. I've felt the energy in the room plenty of times. So it's very important to build that relationship with your engineer early. That way you guys can have open communication. I think that's very important. So me being able to tell Dave, listen, I don't really like this part, or I like this part, and him not feeling no type of way, and same vice versa. Maybe he tells me hey, you could have did that a little better, or you were a little lack of energy there, or maybe you should switch up the words there, or I don't like that part. That open communication allows for a better end result, or end project, end song. So it's very important to have a good relationship with your engineer. Tired of the separation, lack of knowledge got me hesitating. Someone give my people help and information. We've been living through the pain and desperation. Got us thinking money ain't the motivation, but I've been working hard, staying patient. I ain't getting nowhere, I've been waiting. Now it's time to take it. Guess I had to face it. No one out here doing favors. After the record is written, I usually rehearse it 10 times, maybe 15 times, to be honest. And I just keep saying it over and over and over. I'll read it back to myself as the beat is playing, keep listening. And over time, I just start to memorize certain parts. And then after the 15th, 16th time, I usually got a good concept of it. Then I can go into the studio, lay it down, and then as I listen back to it on the rough mix, I can really memorize it, because now I'm listening to it in the car, I'm listening to it at home, on the radio, on the speaker systems and stuff like that I have in my house, while maybe I'm cleaning or whatever. Throughout my day, I can just keep listening to it. It only take me maybe another day or two before I really, really got it. And then most times I'll come back in here, and then I'll lay it down one more time, listen to the little maybe cadences that I could have fixed, or there might be pitches that I messed up on, or maybe I could have condensed a verse or something like that a little bit better. So it's just really that rough draft is getting final copied, on that day, and it usually is fresh off my head. That way I can really invoke the emotion into the song instead of reading it off a pad. I feel like when you read it, you can really hear that, especially if you're not an experienced artist. Some people, obviously who've been doing this for a long time, they're good at being able to still portray that emotion on the paper. And I think I'm pretty well at doing that myself, but I still feel just stick to being official and memorize your lyrics. That way when you go in the booth, you're really giving the people that emotion that you feel behind those words, because you ain't thinking about what you're saying, you just. So where do we record? We record here at Summerset Studios in Washingtonville, New York. My son Dave, he's the GOAT. Gotta give much respect to Dave, one of the best out here for sure, if not the best out here for sure. from beginning to end. Like I said, it starts from the car, listening to the beat. Usually, that's usually where I'm most creative. I get my time to myself, and then I write the record, memorize it, go into the studio, lay down a rough copy, memorize it again while I'm listening to it, come back in, lay down the final copy as it's memorized in my head. I'll let Dave work on it. So mix and master is very, very important as well. A lot of people won't invest in their mix and master. Major artists all do, obviously, but local artists, you know, they tend to try to cut steps because it is a little costly. But it's 100% worth it. It elevates your record to probably an industry standard of quality. It should, as long as you're working with the right people. But thank God I have Dave. He is amazing. He makes sure it is at industry quality. I think without the master, you're probably not gonna be able to break through as an artist in like a serious way. Maybe locally, for sure. I've never counted anybody out. There's crazy things that happen all the time with music and certain songs that just blow up. But if you really want to stand out in the industry and make sure that you're heard and you're taken seriously, I think mixing and mastering is extremely important and valuable for sure. I recommend the studio 100% to any type of artist out there, whether they're just starting or they've been well experienced. If you're just starting, Dave is very good at making sure he works with you and he can get you on your feet and get you to where you need to be. And if you are experienced already, then you're coming to a place that got everything you're gonna need to, you know, take your music to the next level. So for sure, anybody who wants to come to Summerset Studios, 10 out of 10. Pull up, man. Dave's gonna show you love, and I promise you're gonna love the experience. One word to describe the experience? Well, one word is crazy. There's a lot of words that could describe the experience, but if I had to choose one word, probably be spectacular, because that's what it is. It's spectacular. Every time I come in here, the song comes back to me and it's done. It's spectacular, man. I can't even lie. So, yeah, man. Thank you guys again for coming through. My name is Wilson III. I appreciate you guys sharing this experience with me. Summerset Studios for having us. Major Picture for putting this all together. And you guys, of course, for watching and tuning in. This is my single, Me and Me, and I appreciate you guys again coming through and me showing you guys how I walk through the single. Thank you guys.
Tired of the separation, lack of knowledge got me hesitating. Someone give my people help and information. We've been living through the pain and desperation. Got us thinking money ain't the motivation. But I've been working hard, staying patient. I ain't getting nowhere, I've been waiting. Now it's time to take it, guess I had to face it.